I don't know. We'll find something, I'm sure. No, anyway, we were talking about Caesar, I think about 20 minutes ago before we started talking about wine. And Caesar had this back and forth with Metokur Fembot, which is just weird. Absolutely pathetic. The lengths people go to try and attack me, to literally twist shit. I've talked about to try and slander my husband. Like, I don't think they realize that when you use me as your source, I can literally call you retarded. This is because Caesar's had this back and forth with Metokur Fembot in the comment section saying, Metokur Fembot, why is your husband a pedophile? Oh, that's the best way to start it, obviously. Why is your husband a pedophile? That's not a loaded question at all. I don't know. Why is he? Why is your husband a pedophile? Why does he do these things? It's just fucking hilarious. But anyway, ashes to ashes. Wine gives me the giggle shits. That's hopefully you don't shit. TKO Rising saying, Yo, Cog, welcome. Gihanna, think because my grandfather's cure all was whiskey and tea and it made me puke, lol. That's true. That can happen. Machiavelli 13, he's retarded. Yeah, oh, he is. He's seriously retarded. It's great. Base grandpa, but that sounds awful, says Inquisitor. So let's carry on here. Sorry. Chelsea Fatstack said, so does Shaggy, lol. Or something like that. I don't know if that's in... I think that's in response to someone else. Anyway, Al says, why you a pedophile? Why are you a pedophile? Simple way to respond. I'm not the one claiming to be 11 years old. While my boyfriend... Sorry, who's claiming to be 11 years old? Anyone? I'm really confused by this. Buddy in the chat, fine with wine, huh? Look, if we hit the box wine goal, I'll have to do a mukbang show just doing it, and I'll drink some wine until it's all gone. Even if that takes less than half an hour, and then I go and puke it all out, I don't care. He was a character for sure, lol, says Jihan. 80818, what? Book the kid. Look, none of this makes sense. And none of this makes sense, okay? Another one claiming to be 11 years old, while my boyfriend, who was 17, 18-year-old, groomed me until I turned 18 years old, and then became my husband. Are you trying to normalize said behavior? Sorry, who's claimed to be 11? What? Lol, I'm listening to this in a waiting room, and you said pedophile, and the woman sitting in front of me just gave me one hell of a look. Well, I know, that's going to happen. That's what that word should do. Machiavelli, turn around to the woman and say, congratulations, you are correct for not liking pedophiles. Pedophiles are absolute scum and should be completely wiped off of the earth, stood up against a wall and shot in the head. And I don't care to say that. Hopefully she heard that too. Wasted say moonshine is okay depending. I've had blueberry moonshine with the berries still soaking in the jar. Anyway, let's carry on here. And that does sound nice, actually, blueberry moonshine. Oh, I like blueberry stuff, though. Anyway, case in point, pedo. I never said that. You're projecting your sick fantasies on parts of what I've posted. I was 11 and I dated an older guy who was a groomer and an abusive monster. I got away from him. That's why he's an ex. I remember Aaron right when I was going to turn 15 and when we were online friends with zero romantic interest as I was dating as I was dating dude 1. That guy and I broke up 3 months before I turned 18. Aaron and I hooked up literally 4 days after I turned 18 and I made a move on him. So, no, my husband and I absolutely have nothing like what you imagine in your sick pedo head. Wow, there you go. It's a bit weird. Bit weird when it comes to how it is. I mean, I guess you're just not allowed to grow up, and then when you hit 18, you're not allowed to date people. Not allowed to date people who are like, a couple of years older than you or some weird shit like that. And there's like, maybe 3 years between them, 4 years. It's weird. That is weird, says A-Dog. Again, I don't think growing up, from my point of view, is weird here. I think that she's had a weird ex-boyfriend, groomer, weird sort of stuff like that. But I mean, if Aaron started dating her from the age of 18, and he's like 20, like 21, something like... I don't really see an issue. It's not like a 36-year-old man dating an 18-year-old. That to me just doesn't make sense. This is a person who's 18 dating someone who's like 21. I guess that's weird to people. So I don't think that's weird. And it's very strange. Like I say, this is just the back and forth. But it's he's just convinced. No, pedophile. He's pedophile. Just awkward. Don't fail it, Cog. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense, that. What, a 21-year-old dating an 18-year-old? Was that weird? I don't get it. Don't get that. Okay, chat, I'm going to ask you to put your big thinking hats on and give this a guess. Where and how did I date a guy when I was 11 with my parents monitoring my online activity? Well, I mean, you did say you dated a guy when you were 11, didn't you? Isn't that one that wasn't that the last one? Let's go through this again. It's just a weird back and forth entirely. I was 11 and I dated an older guy who was a groomer and abusive monster. I got away from him. That was why he's an ex. So, to then say, how did I do this when my parents... Well, they may have not monitored your online activity, but I mean, I guess you did date a guy according to yourself. I was 11 and I dated an older guy. Where and how did I date a guy when I was 11 with my parents monitoring my online activity? Confused. Let's carry on. Your story keeps changing and it makes no sense no matter which way you look at it. How old was Aaron when you were 15 years old? And again, Aaron started dating her at the age of 18 or after 18, according to the only thing that I've read from this. Around 22 years old, right? That's a pretty big age gap. So again, he's not 15. I think it was 22 when they started dating and she's 18, so 21, 22. That's a pretty big age gap. And you claim your parents were really strict and monitored your online activity. Where your parents when you were 11 years old and being groomed? Why are you going with this weird narrative? It's sick. And then Metokur Fembot, yeah, Caesar, you're right. I absolutely called my husband and a pedo for literally no reason, and now the story is changing because that. To be fair, I'm gonna get confused on the sarcasm here now. No reason, and now the story is changing because that makes more sense than your brain dead and a half-assed. Pay attention to the truth because you're running a fake ass story in your head to push your own legit lie. And imagining me being molested because you're sick. Didn't read the rest. Oh, okay. I think she means... so it's not... Oh, I think she means there was an online dating that happened. Is that right, or is it not? So I'm confused by this, because it says I was 11 and I dated an older guy who was a groomer and an abusive monster. And then it comes to this where it's like, where and how did I date a guy when I was 11 with my parents monitoring my online activity? But I guess you did this not online. You must have done this in person. I mean, that doesn't even make sense to me. I'm confused. 18, she's all good. This is some weird logic. So I don't understand. I don't care about Metokur Fembot. I guess with her past, she's had a weird past and stuff, which, again, that just doesn't make sense. Could be typos, could be anything. But when it comes to LT, JG Pilskin, like, they're between them. There's like, a few years or something. She was 18. When she started talking to him, but it's like, oh no, you were 15. It's like, no, but we've not spoken romantically. We've not done anything like that until 18. And she was apparently with her ex at the age of 15. That weird one from the age of, I don't know. It's weird. I read through this today and I was so confused. So yeah, like I say, this is one post out here, and then we got the other one that's out here. So again, I don't know. Maybe Metokur Fembot can make some of that. This will give me autism and not the superpower type. Okay, VHS. Okay, we'll move away.